After I paid the rent, I heard her tell friends, "He's just a roommate. I'm still single." I walked in and said, "You're right." Then I stopped all payments, moved into the master bedroom alone, and brought a date home. She was furious when she realized she was now just a maid. Original post. I, 29 male, met my girlfriend, 27, 2 years ago through mutual friends at a barbecue. Chemistry was instant. 6 months in, we were basically inseparable. A year ago, her lease was ending and mine had 3 months left. She suggested moving in together. Here's where I messed up. I found a great 2-bedroom place, but rent was steep. $2,400 per month. I made decent money as a software developer. She worked retail management, making maybe a third of what I pulled in. We agreed I'd cover rent since I could afford it, and she'd handle groceries and utilities. Seemed fair. Lease went in my name only because my credit score was better. She transferred me $400 monthly for her share of utilities and food. I paid everything else: rent, internet, renter's insurance, parking spot fees. Things were good for about 8 months. Then subtle changes started. She'd mentioned being too busy to grab groceries, so I'd order delivery and pay. Utilities crept up, but her transfers stayed the same. Whatever, I loved her. Didn't want to be that guy nitpicking over $100 here and there. Last Friday changed everything. She had friends over while I was supposedly working late. Wrapped up early, came home around 8 p.m. Heard voices from the living room. Figured I'd say hi. Stopped in the hallway when I heard my name. Her friend. "So you guys getting serious? Like marriage serious?" My girlfriend laughing. "Girl, no. He's just a roommate who pays all the bills. I'm still single and looking. Just haven't found the right guy yet." Another friend. "Wait, I thought you two were together." My girlfriend. "Technically, sure. But he's boring, makes okay money, nothing special. I'm keeping my options open. He's basically free rent and a placeholder until someone better comes along." They all laughed. My stomach dropped. I stood there for maybe 30 seconds processing, then walked in like nothing happened. "Oh, hey, babe, you're home early." She jumped up, all smiles. "Yeah, finished up." "Hey, you're absolutely right about something." "Right about what?" "I'm just a roommate." I smiled. "And you are still single." Her face went confused. "What?" Heard the whole conversation. "You're single now. Congrats." Her friends went silent. She started backtracking immediately. "Babe, wait, that was just girl talk. I didn't mean..." "Nah, you meant it. It's cool, though. Starting tomorrow, we're just roommates. You can have the second bedroom." "You can't just..." "Actually, my name's on a lease. So yeah, I can. I'm moving my stuff to the master bedroom tonight. You're welcome to stay as a tenant, but rent's $1,200 a month, due on the 1st. Utilities split 50-50 going forward." Her jaw dropped. "You're joking." Do I look like I'm joking? I wasn't. Spent that night moving all my stuff into the master bedroom. Took my TV, my PlayStation, my nice coffee maker, everything I bought. Left her with the basics in the common areas. She tried talking to me 6 times. I just repeated the same thing. We're roommates now. That's what you wanted. By Sunday, she realized I was serious. Tried crying, apologizing, saying she was just venting to her friends. I told her venting would have been complaining I leave dishes out. What she said was using me as a meal ticket while shopping for an upgrade. She hasn't paid rent yet. Due date was 3 days ago. We'll see how this plays out. Update 1 week later. So my now ex-girlfriend, let's call her my ex because that's what she is, spent the first few days trying every manipulation tactic in the book. Monday, crying at my bedroom door at 11 p.m. "Please, can we just talk about this like adults?" Me through the door. "We are. You need to pay rent." That's pretty adult. Tuesday, tried the sexy route. Showed up in lingerie I'd bought her for Valentine's Day. "Come on, you know you missed this." Me, "Nope. Rent's still due." Wednesday, anger phase. Screaming about how I'm a petty asshole who can't take a joke. Threatened to tell everyone I'm financially abusing her. Me, "Cool. Make sure you mention the part where you called me boring and a placeholder to your friends." Thursday was when things got interesting. I'd matched with someone on a dating app. Let's call her my date. We've been talking for a bit, and she seemed cool. Worked in graphic design, had her life together, found my situation hilarious when I explained it. So you're living with your ex who thought you were just a wallet? Former ex-girlfriend, current tenant who hasn't paid rent. Yeah, that's wild. Want to grab dinner Friday? Friday comes. I get ready in the master bedroom. Nice button-down, cologne, the works. My ex is in the kitchen when I walk out. Where are you going dressed like that? Date. Her face went through 5 emotions in 2 seconds. Excuse me. I'm single, remember? You made that clear. Going on a date. You can't bring someone here. Why not? It's my apartment. You're just a tenant. This is so disrespectful. What's disrespectful is using someone for a year while keeping your options open. Anyway, we might come back here later, so maybe give us some privacy? You can hang in your room. I've never seen someone so mad they couldn't form words. The date went great. She was funny, smart, actually had her own career and money. We grabbed Italian food, walked around downtown, talked for hours. Around 10 p.m., I asked if she wanted to come back to my place for a drink. Won't your roommate be weird about it? She'll deal. We got back around 11. My ex was still up, sitting in the living room in her pajamas, clearly waiting. Her face when I walked in with my date was priceless. Oh hey, this is my date. We're gonna watch a movie in my room. Try to keep it down out here. My date waved awkwardly. Nice to meet you. My ex just stared, then got up and stomped to her room, slamming the door. My date and I watched a movie on my bed. Nothing more, we just vibed. Around 1 a.m., she headed out. Great night overall. Saturday morning, I wake up to pounding on my door. My ex, furious. We need to talk. Now, about your rent payment? Finally, you cannot bring random girls here while I'm living here. Why not? Because it's disrespectful and uncomfortable, and I live here too. You're a tenant. Tenants don't get to dictate who the leaseholder brings over. Pay your rent. We won't have these conversations. I don't have $1,200. You know I don't make that much. Then I guess you need to figure out or find somewhere else to live. You're kicking me out? No, you're just failing to meet your obligations as a tenant. There's a difference. She called her mom. Oh boy, was that a mistake on her part. Her mom called me an hour later. You need to stop harassing my daughter. She told me you're demanding ridiculous amounts of money and bringing random women around to intimidate her. Did she mention the part where she told her friends, I'm just a placeholder boyfriend who pays her bills while she looks for someone better? Silence. Or the part where she's lived here rent-free for a year while I covered a $2,400 apartment? More silence. She's welcome to stay if she pays rent. Half the rent of a 2-bedroom in this area is $1. $200, that's market rate. If she can't afford it, she needs to leave. Her mom hung up. Sunday, my ex tried a new approach. Made a fancy dinner, set the table all nice, even lit candles. I made your favorite. Can we please talk? Sure. Did you pay rent? Can you please stop bringing that up for 5 minutes? No. She threw the plate. Literally threw it. Spaghetti all over my shirt. You're being a psycho over something I said to my friends. Girls talk trash about their boyfriends all the time. I wiped sauce off my shirt. You didn't trash talk. You said you're using me until you find someone better. That's not venting. That's your actual plan. Now clean this up. You made the mess. Clean it yourself. Cool. That's destruction of property and creating unsafe living conditions. I can file a complaint with the landlord about that. She cleaned it up, crying the whole time. It's been a week since D-Day. Rent is now 6 days late. I've documented everything. My lease allows me to pursue eviction after 10 days of non-payment. Let's see if she calls my bluff. Update 2, 3 weeks later. Buckle up, because the entitlement levels hit the stratosphere. After my last update, things escalated fast. My ex still hadn't paid rent by day 10, so I filed for eviction. Had to. I'm not running a charity here. She got served with papers at the apartment. Came out of her room screaming. You're actually evicting me. Where am I supposed to go? Anywhere that's not my apartment. This is MY home too. No, it's my apartment that you're a tenant in. And you haven't paid rent. She called her friends, her mom, even her dad, who I'd met exactly twice. All of them started blowing up my phone. I blocked everyone except her dad because his message was actually reasonable. Can you guys work this out? She's my daughter, but I know she can be difficult. Respected that. Told him the full story. He went quiet, then said, I'll talk to her. Whatever he said didn't work because things got worse. She started telling her mutual friends I kicked her out with no warning because I'm controlling and abusive. Half believed her at first. Then I showed them the receipts, bank statements showing I'd paid every single rent payment for a year, the recording I'd made, legal in my state, of her telling her friends I was just a placeholder. The friend group split. Some took her side anyway because you recorded her without permission even if it's legal. That's creepy. Others got it. Lost a few people I thought were friends. Whatever. But here's where it got nuclear. Week 2, I had my date over again. We were getting along really well, probably heading toward actually dating exclusively. She came over for dinner. I cooked. We were having wine on the couch watching TV. My ex came out of her room, looked at us, and started sobbing. Loud, dramatic, falling to her knees sobbing. How can you do this to me? In our apartment. With her. My date looked uncomfortable. I just sighed. It's my apartment. You're being evicted. And this is exactly why. I have nowhere to go. You're making me homeless. You've had 3 weeks to figure it out. My date excused herself to the bathroom. My ex immediately switched from crying to hissing at me. You try to replace me with some random basic girl? She's not even that pretty. She pays her own rent. That makes her a 10 in my book. She slapped me. Full-on slapped me across the face. I pulled out my phone and started recording. You just assaulted me. That's on camera now. Leave my apartment immediately or I'm calling the police. This is my apartment too. No, it's not. You have zero legal right to be here. You're currently trespassing and you assaulted me. Leave. Now. She grabbed her purse and left. Slamming the door, so hard a picture frame fell off the wall. My date came back out. That was intense. You okay? Yeah. Sorry you had to see that. Don't be. She seems unhinged. You want me to go? Nah. Let's finish the movie. We did. She stayed over that night. Nothing crazy happened, but we fell asleep watching another movie. Woke up around 2 a.m. to pounding on the door. My ex, drunk, screaming, I know she's in there. Open this door. I called the cops. She was still screaming when they arrived. They made her leave, warned her about trespassing and harassment. She spent the night somewhere else. Week 3, the eviction hearing happened. She showed up with her mom and no lawyer. I had all my documentation, lease showing only my name, bank statements, the recording, photos of the slap mark on my face, the police report from the trespassing incident. Judge asked her if she had any proof of paying rent or being on the lease. Well, no, but we were in a relationship. He can't just kick me out. Judge, if you're not on the lease and you haven't paid rent, yes, he can. That's how tenant law works. Eviction granted. You have 7 days to vacate. She started crying again. Her mom tried to argue. Judge shut her down. Your daughter has been living rent-free, and now she's facing the consequences. 7 days. Court dismissed. Outside the courthouse, her mom got in my face. You've destroyed her. She loved you. She loved my wallet. There's a difference. She's got nowhere to go. She's had a month to figure it out. Not my problem anymore. My ex tried one last manipulation play. Sent me a text from a friend's phone. I'm pregnant. We need to talk about the baby. I knew it was BS. We'd been using protection religiously, and we hadn't had sex in over a month before the breakup. But just to be sure, I replied, Great. We could do a paternity test the second you give birth. Until then, you still need to be out in 7 days. Never heard about the pregnancy again. Shocking. The 7 days ended yesterday. She finally moved out, but not before pulling some petty nonsense. Took the shower curtain, all the toilet paper, the good kitchen knives I bought. Left the second bedroom trashed. I documented everything. Filed for damages with the landlord to come out of her $0 deposit. She never paid one since she wasn't on the lease. Changed the locks last night. Apartment is mine again. My date came over to help me clean the disaster zone my ex left. We ordered pizza, cleaned for 3 hours, and christened the newly ex-free apartment properly. You know, you could have just let her stay and been miserable, my date said while we were taking a break. Could have. But why would I? Most guys would have felt guilty. I feel guilty about wasting a year on someone who saw me as a paycheck with a placeholder sticker on it. I don't feel guilty about having self-respect. She kissed me. Good answer. So that's where we are. Ex is gone, living with her mom apparently. Keeps trying to text from random numbers about what a terrible person I am. I block every single one. My friends who stuck around think I'm cold. Maybe I am, but I'm also not a doormat anymore. The apartment feels bigger now. Quieter. Better. Final update, 2 months later. It's been about 2 months since my ex finally moved out. Figured I'd do one last update, since people keep demanding asking how things ended up. First off, me and my date, we're officially together now. Turns out having a partner who actually respects you and pays their own bills is pretty amazing. Wild concept, I know. She moved some stuff in last month. Not moving in fully, but enough that she stays over most nights. And yeah, she insisted on contributing to groceries and utilities, even though I said she didn't have to. That's what a real partner does. As for my ex, she did not go quietly into the night. About 3 weeks after she moved out, I got a letter from some discount lawyer threatening to sue me for illegal eviction and emotional damages. My actual lawyer laughed when I showed him. She wasn't on the lease, didn't pay rent, and you followed proper eviction procedures. This is a scare tactic from someone who probably charged her $200 to print a template. Sent back a response with all my documentation and CC'd the Bar Association. Never heard from that lawyer again. Then came the social media blitz. She posted this long thing on her accounts about financial abuse and how I trapped her and manipulated her into dependency. Left out the part where she openly told people she was using me, obviously. Some people believed her. Most people who knew both of us saw through it. Her credibility took a hit when someone commented asking why she didn't just pay rent if she wasn't being abused, and she replied, because he made too much money. He should have just covered it. Yeah, real abuse victim energy there. My favorite part was when one of her friends who'd been at that original gathering commented, "Girl, I was there when you said he was just a placeholder. You can't play victim now." She deleted the whole post within an hour. Her mom tried reaching out one more time, asking if I'd be willing to help my ex with transitional costs since she was struggling to adjust. I replied, no. She spent a year not struggling while I paid for everything. She can adjust on her own. Got called heartless. Blocked the number. But here's the thing that actually surprised me. I ran into her at a grocery store last week. Pure chance, wrong place, wrong time. She was with some guy, arms all over him, laughing loud like she wanted me to notice. I was with my girlfriend. We were debating between pasta brands because she's weirdly passionate about shapes. My ex saw us, and her whole face changed. Dragged her new guy over. "Oh wow, hey. How've you been?" Fake sweet voice. "Good. You. Amazing, actually. This is my boyfriend. We just moved in together." The dude looked uncomfortable. We're just dating. We don't live." Same thing. She cut him off, staring at me like she'd won something. My girlfriend, bless her, just smiled. "That's great. Glad you found someone. We're actually in a hurry, though. Dinner plans." We walked away. Heard my ex hiss something at the guy, then heels clicking fast behind us. "Wait. Can we talk for a second?" I turned around. "About what?" I wanted to say I'm sorry. For everything. I was immature and took you for granted." Okay. That's it. What do you want me to say? Thanks for the apology. 2 months late? You're forgiven? We're good. We're not good. We're nothing. You made your choice. I made mine. I was hoping we could be friends. We can't. I don't stay friends with people who use me." Her new boyfriend was backing away slowly. "Smart guy. You're really going to hold a grudge forever?" "It's not a grudge. It's a boundary. There's a difference." My girlfriend tugged my arm. "Come on, let's go." We left. My ex shouted something about me being bitter. Didn't turn around. In the car, my girlfriend asked if I was okay. "Yeah, actually, I'm great." That was closure I didn't know I needed, and I meant it. Seeing her try to make me jealous with some random guy. Seeing her pretend she'd upgraded when she clearly hadn't. Seeing her realize I genuinely didn't care anymore. That was worth more than any apology. The apartment is fully mine now. Lease is up in 4 months, and I'm probably moving somewhere nicer with my girlfriend. She makes as much as I do, so we're looking at actually nice places where we'll split everything 50-50ths. Imagine that. Lost some friends through this whole thing, but the ones who stuck around are solid. My boys gave me so much crap for paying my ex's way for a year, but they've also been supportive as hell through the breakup. Learn a lot about myself, too. Mainly that I'd rather be alone than be someone's ATM. That I don't owe anyone access to my life or my money just because we're dating. That self-respect isn't the same as being cold. My ex texted from a new number yesterday. I know you hate me, but I need you to know I'm in therapy now. Working on myself. I hope someday you can forgive me. I didn't respond. Showed it to my girlfriend. You gonna reply? Nope. Good. She doesn't deserve your energy. Exactly. So that's where everything ended up. My ex learned a hard lesson about treating people like placeholders. I learned to value myself more. My girlfriend learned my apartment has really thin walls. Sorry, babe, if you're reading this. To everyone who said I was too harsh or should have given her another chance, respectfully, nah. She showed me exactly who she was. I believed her. That's not cold, that's just smart. Time to move forward for real now. Thanks for following this mess, Reddit. Peace.